you in, and you're already going.
My speech is about stress. So.
Okay. Oh, good. But
Okay. So life is full of events. They're full of good and bad events. But with events comes something that we all know all too well. Yes, I'm talking about stress. Stress affects 3/4 of the population. That's nearly 2 billion people every day that are affected by stress. Unfortunately, I'm one of those people. Between going to school full time, working 12 hours a day with children, and having a son, being a single mom, I can say that my life is full of many, many stressful events. Today I'm going to discuss with you how stress affects our heart, our brain, and some coping skills for it. First, I'm going to discuss how stress affects our brain. According to Lance Armstrong, stress affects every aspect of what our brain is trying to do. We get severe headaches, also known as tension headaches, and it feels like we have like a rubber band wrapped around your neck. Everybody's got those before. And it's from being so tense that it causes your headache to just keep pounding. We also go into flight or fight mode, but we don't ever really calm down from it. Most of the time when you're in a stressful situation, you go into fight or flight and you're able to calm down easily, and some people have it to where you just can't calm down. Mm-hmm. That's what's causing severe problems with our brain. It causes extreme adrenaline to go into our brain, shrinking our hippocampus, which is responsible for our memory. So in result, we can have short-term and long-term memory loss. Stress also leads to elevated hormones such as cortisol and reduced serotonin, which is in fact also linked to depression. So now that I told you about how stress affects our brain, I will tell you how stress affects our heart. Mm-hmm. According to James A. Clark, stress is linked to heart disease, which is the #1 killer in America right now. And it's also linked to elevated blood pressure due to an increase in the stress hormone called noradrenaline, adrenaline, and cortisol. During these moments, our heart rate increases, blood vessels dilate, and we have heart palpitations. So it's like a fluttery feeling, or our heart's like rapidly beating. And the worst thing that can happen from stress is a heart attack, stroke, or it could cause death as well. Yeah. So we really have to be careful with the amount of stress that we have. Stress, however, is not an end-all be-all. There is ways to prevent it as well as cope with it. It is, I'm going to go over a few things that can help with stress on a daily basis. The first thing is to just simply relax for a few minutes. You can listen to music, not hardcore music, that doesn't help. But soft music, you can just sit on the couch, watch your favorite TV show, you can write in a journal, just something like that. Even if it's for 5 minutes a day, it helps with stress, it helps kind of calm you down. The biggest thing is exercise. Running, walking, jogging, yoga, lifting weights, anything like that will help with stress. And it actually helps, it's an immediate effect. So if you're really stressed out for the day and you just go for a run, you'll feel yourself immediately, just calm down from it. And the last and perhaps most simple thing is just to keep in contact with family members or friends. Call a close friend, have a conversation with them, meet up with them for a little while, talk to a family member, that kind of stuff helps as well. And now that I have talked to you about how stress affects the brain, the heart, and some coping skills, I hope you guys learned something from me today and you don't fall victim to those other 2 billion people. And I forgot to show you anything. And on this visual...
But how would you talk about it? So, like, if we were in a quote-unquote professional setting, if that makes sense, going back to what I said is what you could say.
Going back to what I was saying about how stress affects the brain, you can kind of see from this diagram right here, what they did was they had people listen to like very stressful like sounds and noises just to show what your brain does when you're under stress. So you can see over here is where you're anxious, agitated, and confused. Your brain's like going crazy pretty much. And then afterwards, after you're able to calm down, it shows that your brain is much more level at where it needs to be and at a healthy stage.